Alright, you guys. So, maybe I got some weirdness going on, but I decided to put some music stuff in the background again this time, so I'm listening to some Mongolian throat singing because why not? And it's copyright free, not that I really care again, do I? But I have kind of just decided may as well keep it copyright free shit. So, I'm probably not finishing this with you, but I want to get this done today. So, like, hopefully we'll get this done today. I already filmed the video for next month, our jungle theme. So, just to get her done now. Just this little bit left. I don't know why I was procrastinating so much on getting it done. I really don't. But now we're doing it. Unless something comes up and stops me, we are going to get this done. Alright, so I am going to do return arrows because they stick out the most. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to say letters or numbers, so let's try not to say letters or numbers. Anyway, how is everybody doing? I know some of you guys have finished yours of these. I know some of you guys are still working on yours, and I know some of you guys are going to be working on yours for a while. Like my mom and Starlight. She said that hers will be a while. Which I'm fine with. I still have a finish of a wolf to show you, too. So, again, I don't really care about timelines. I'm trying to just do a month of it. But if you take longer than a month and you still want to show what you got, have at it. You know? I guess maybe I should just specify that it started when we start the event. Maybe. Or start it around when we started the event, like a few days early or anytime in the month that we started it, or the months that we're doing it, because I think next one's going to be 2 months long, so maybe I should make a specification like that so it's not just like any wolf painting you ever finish or any jungle painting you ever finish, or maybe I should make a specification that it was at least started within the same month that we started ours, or any of the months we are working on them. I think that might not be a bad idea. Like I said, I don't like rules, but that sounds like it's reasonable. So if it takes you 5 months to finish, you can still show me what you finished. Because you started it when we started it. You just had stuff come up or couldn't work on it or didn't want to work on it. So, I don't know. That sounds pretty decent. I might do that. So, I don't know how long I'm going to chat with you guys and do this. I really don't. Apparently this glue is too new. Okay, let's try to get this fixed up. You either lay with me or you get off the couch. One of the two. Alright, sorry. So the fun thing with me putting music in, like, for me to listen to like this and letting you guys listen to what I'm listening to, is that when I cut the video, you guys definitely will notice. So, yep. And there is so many stupid little gnats around here. It's so annoying. I don't know where they all came from. There wasn't any, and then there was a shitload of them. So, I'm sorry if you see them flying in the screen. They're annoying me too. I put up some fly strips. I don't know. guessing it's just that I've had windows and doors open and stuff like that mostly, but gnats are back. I think I might be onto my 3-placer. Okay. Cool. I'll get this number done relatively easily, I think. Number. It's a symbol. Regardless. So, I originally thought that the new season of Cleaning Lady wasn't on Hulu, or maybe they uploaded it to Hulu late, I don't know. But apparently it was on Hulu, so I finally watched the last season of Cleaning Lady. So I'm done with that show now. Let's see. What else? Started watching Supernatural again. I believe I'm still only on season 6, so that's a long way to go. Saw some other movies and stuff. I don't really remember what, so I guess it wasn't that memorable. One of them was definitely apparently not very memorable because I actually rewatched it because I wasn't sure if I had ever seen it before or not, and it sounded interesting, and then some pieces looked familiar, and I'm like, are those just familiar from the trailer, or have I seen this before? And I guess I had seen it before, but it took a while for me to realize it, so I watched the whole thing again. It was, what is it? We Still See Them, or I Can Still See You, or something like that. There was a accident at a research facility, and it made it where people died, but you could still see echoes of them. But supposedly the echoes can't interact with people, and you just see them in their like shadows or recordings replaying some time in their life. But the whole premise of the movie is that this main girl is actually being chased by a serial killer one. So apparently they can actually interact with the human world, or at least some of them can. Like, interesting, you know, premise. Okay movie. Not great, but okay. I don't know what else I've seen. I know I've seen some other stuff. The fun thing is I track them all on my phone. Actually, I could grab my crappy phone because I think I'm probably still logged into the app on there too. So I maybe could look up stuff that way. How many of you guys actually care about movies and TV shows? I don't know why. I tend to like to talk about movies and TV shows, so how many actually care about it, though? I guess it's just something to talk about that some people can relate to because they've watched some of the same shows, or anybody can relate to because they've watched shows of some sort. And it looks like I might have to switch to the next placer. And I'll get this symbol done. But yeah, you guys enjoying the stash videos. I don't know why I decided to separate each book, but I did decide to separate each book, and there's a bunch of them coming, as you can see in the beginning of the video. Which, yes, I decided to play that as like an opening on the beginning of every video. So, that was fun. I don't know why I decided to just keep the opening, but I did. And as somebody mentioned, the kitty cat joining in, like, of course, pretty much always he has to be where I'm at. He's a very sweet boy, and he likes to hang out with his humans. So, if Mom comes over, he has to come say hi to her. And he's normally somewhere with me. Like if I go to bed, he's normally in bed. If I'm in the living room, he's either in bed or in the living room. Normally if I go to the bathroom, he's in the bathroom. Like, that's a cat for you, at least in my experience. So, he's a sweetheart. I have a few other videos coming out, I think, that some of my dogs got to join me in because I was recording on the floor again. But we'll see. They might have made it too chaotic. Though one of them was the kidding up video for the jungle, so she was pretty good for that, although I had the other girl out before that, and I don't know if that part's going to be put in with the other part or not because I had to stop recording, and I don't know if that part was interesting enough to even leave in anyway, so we will all see how it works out once it's done with the edit, won't we? And saying it that way makes it sound like I don't edit it. I do. I'm the one that edits my videos. Which, it took a while to get used to listening to myself. Now I'm used to listening to myself, and therefore I can ignore myself, so I'm having more trouble editing my videos than I used to. Because instead of just, like, listening to myself, I just, like, zone out and just let myself talk, and then it's like, oh, right, I was supposed to be listening to that. And then I have trouble remembering if I had already edited the video or if I have just recorded it, and if I remember saying it because I recorded it, or if I remember saying it because I had already edited it and I didn't want to put it up twice. And like, normally I delete them as I edit, but sometimes I don't, and yeah, it's fun. And then even though I hate repeating myself, sometimes I just repeat myself. And like with this, sometimes you kind of have to repeat yourself because people see videos that have never seen a video before. Or maybe they watched a video before, but they didn't actually hear when you said something like that in the other video. So again, it's basically the first time they've heard it. I mean, however, I am not going to be one to explain what an AB stands for every video or why I flatten the cover sheet every video. I have on multiple occasions restated it because I've seen a random comment of somebody asking either in my video or somebody else's videos, and it's just like, yeah, okay, I remember somebody asked, and so I'll make sure at least that somebody that watches this video will possibly be able to hear it. So that's how that works. I know some people like seem to explain it every video, and cool for new viewers. Old viewers may or may not care, but to me that's just a little too repetitive, so I don't care to do it. But we're almost done with this, and I can switch to another one. I don't know which one I'm going to do next. Like, I could get this whole huge chunk of color blocking out, and I hate doing that chunk of color blocking. Which is kind of funny. I was talking to, I believe, Jack about it, and I believe it was Jack. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong. And they were saying that that was their favorite part or something like that. And it's like, oh, nightmare. Because I think I told them something about, like, sorry about them going into the nightmare portion of the painting or something. And they're like, ah, that was their favorite part or something. It's like, well, it is true. Some people like mass color blocking like that. To me, it's a nightmare. I hate it. Like, I'm not give me all confetti. I you know, if the whole painting was confetti, then that might be a little much. But I don't like doing large chunks like that. I try to split them up and, like, trick my brain into thinking it's not all one large chunk of one color because I don't like it. So. I guess another thing that everybody talks about, because why not? You can talk about it and doesn't say anything about anything to anybody, right? And I'm guessing that's why most people talk about it, because it's something random to say something, but also say nothing. Weather here is back to being nice. which is crazy because it's been so horribly up and down. We've had it in the 80s, then we've had it in the 60s, then we've had it in the 80s, then we've had it in the 50s, then we've had it in the 80s, then we've had it in the 70s. It's like, make up your mind, please. Like, I like the cooler temperatures. If we could stay in the 50s at night and like 60s to 70s during the day, sweet. That's my thoughts. Like, I can put on a sweater, I can put on a jacket, I can wear multiple layers of pants if I need to, like, whatever. I can add clothes. I'm good with adding clothes. But once it's hot out there, I'm dying. And also, it bringing out all the other allergens, which is horrible. So, yeah, no, I'll take back my fall nice cool temperatures. Well, the fact that it's jumping between the cool temperatures and the hot temperatures is just horrible. Like, I don't know how it can get from 80 during the day down to 50 at night and then, like, stay in the 50s and 70s and then go back up to the high 80s again, just, like, randomly. It's like, how can it jump so much? No fun for anybody with arthritis. So that's annoying, too. Okay. We got the one letter done because there wasn't much of it. Now we're on the other letter, which looks similar to that last letter. But then I'll get all of this color off of our canvas, which is cool. And then I saw another color right here that actually stands out to me, so I might go to that next. Also, I don't think it's related to diamond painting, although, well, it wasn't the same way before. My wrist has been absolutely horrible. It has been killing me. And then I saw the chiropractor and it started getting better, and then it started killing me again, and nothing seems to be working. It just hurts. But I don't think it's related to diamond painting this time. Last time I thought maybe I, upset it with diamond painting or something like that. But this time it doesn't seem like it's related to that. I haven't diamond painted really in multiple days, and it hasn't changed anything. And trying not to use it for the computer, even though it's the hand I use for the mouse and everything else. I've been trying not to really use it to do anything on the computer, so I tried being nice to it, and it's not being nice to me in return. So, don't know exactly what I think about it. I think it kind of got strained with the dog, but the fact that it doesn't want to get better, I don't know what to think about it. So, we'll see how that goes. I will say, though, it makes me not really want to diamond paint, just in case it also aggravates it, so maybe that's part of the reason I was putting this off. I think another part was that I know I have to do all the color blocking. I didn't want to, and then I, for some reason, started working on the special shapes, which I wanted to get done before now. Like, I had thought I would just, like, finish one every day and get it done, but that didn't turn out because, like, I never do stick to something like that, so whatever, I guess, right? Like, I ended up started working on those again, got like 3 of the little ones done, and finally got a big one done, and I really hate special shapes. I really hate special shapes. Special shapes on canvas is not my favorite. Special shapes off canvas is definitely not my favorite. I do not like it. Congrats to any of you guys that can do those, because to me they're way worse than a diamond painting. Like, they are horrible to me. I know some of you guys enjoy them as easy, simple projects in between working on your canvases, and I don't know how. Like, ugh. But then again, some of you guys definitely don't understand how I can always do 40 by 70s, 50 by 70s, or anything like that, and like not really want to go to a smaller painting. It's just like, yeah, some of you guys don't understand how I do that, so And I know some people still don't understand how I like to tweezer place squares. So, you know, everybody's different, and, you know, it's one nice thing about diamond painting. You can do it how you want to do it. And you can change some colors and stuff around as you do it, but also you have the guidelines to follow. Because coloring, every single color sheet I've tried, I have left unfinished because I'm like, what color do I want to put there? And then, like, I can't make a decision. I am horrible at making decisions. So I've just kind of left them unfinished. It's like, well, I got the hair color done and I got the flower done, and yep, I don't know what to do for the rest of this. So I've done that with like every painting I've done. It's like not one of them's finished, I don't think. Or maybe there's a few that's finished, but not greatly either, so fun. Did I hear something? Alright, well, whatever. Thought I might have heard something. Not important, I guess. If I pause the video, I'm guessing it's because I did in fact hear something that is at least going to bug me. Still doesn't mean it's important. How often when something random shows up at your door or something is it actually important? But how often does it get you to answer the door, right? So, again, it could just be neighbors or something though too. Dogs aren't going crazy, which ironically they seem to go crazy more at the neighbors than at a delivery or something like that. I've had stuff delivered and not even known it because the dogs didn't let me know. But they'll let me know that the neighbor's getting ready to leave. Good doggos, right? I mean, they're not trained to let me know, so cool, whatever, right? They're just being dogs that are being dogs. I mean, if I actually had trained them to, like, listen for noises or something, then maybe, but yeah, nope. And I think we got another one down. Cool. I'm going to get everything done other than what I don't want to work on, I think. I think I'm just going to leave all of that. Which, of course, it would be nice to put my hand there, but nope. I don't want to do it. I'll have to do it to finish the painting. Yes. Got another one. So far, I have not run out of any colors. I will figure it out once I'm done, but that's all I have left. So if I'm gonna run out of a color, then, you know, well, it will be there, but so far I have not. Okay. Gotta fix my glue dot. I apparently did not put these glue dots correctly in my pen. They're like rolling up. Oh well. When they do that, I just take them out and cut them into a smaller size and put them in a smaller pen. I don't know if I've said this yet or not. We started watching Resident Alien, finished watching Resident Alien. That was interesting and different. I really don't know his name because names, but the guy that plays Wash in Serenity or Firefly was the main character in it, the alien guy. So, I don't know if I've seen him very many places or not. There's some actors that you see all the time, and there's some other actors that you don't really see much, or maybe you see them and you don't realize you're watching the same actor or something. So, and there's some actors that are stuck as a role, and whenever you see them, they are that character, and that's not always a great thing for them. Sometimes that makes them not get other roles because they are typecasted as that character, and that's all anybody wants to see them as, because if it's not what they are, then it's not right. Fun. I was trying to find some more game shows to watch too, and didn't really have luck with that. I don't know if I told you guys or not. I watched Squid Game's The Challenge, but couldn't really find anything else. Just trying to find some game show I haven't seen, and I couldn't find anything. Oh, are you what I keep hearing? Hi, buddy. The kitty cat. Thought something was at the door or something like that, but his food bowl's by the front door, so maybe he was just eating or scratching at a board or something that I have by the front door. Hi, buddy. Told you he's normally in the room I'm in. Although I think he's working... Oh, nope, never mind. He decided he wants pets. I was going to say I think he's working his way to the back of the house, but... Nope, he's now laying on my leg. Good thing you only need one hand to diamond paint. The other hand can be occupied with a kitty cat. Or a puppy dog, but a puppy dog was sleeping, so... And he still is. He doesn't care to get up to inspect the cat. Some of my others do. He doesn't. I said in one of the other videos that I call him a bulldozer because he bulldozes through anything that's in his way. But I also call him an old man because he is slow to respond when you ask him to move. But at the same time, he has puppy energy sometimes and just goes crazy and knocks everything over and can't sit still. So, he's an old man, but also a puppy. Just matters how happy he is. If you tell him to move off the couch, he moves at the speed of a snail. The snail might actually move off the couch faster if you were to tell it to. And the snail doesn't listen. Not that I've ever had a snail on my couch. That'd be kind of gross. Slime trail and all? No, thank you. Like, they still have fascinating aspects of them, but... yeah, nah. And that's the bird. He likes doing that. Don't know why, but hitting at the cage bars is entertaining, I guess. Because that's what that is just going tapping against the cage bars. Come on, flip over. Alright. Got a lot of these done. Scratch the kitty head. Come on. There we go. Oh, feels so close to done, but so far from done. That might be another reason too, honestly. I hate finishing paintings. I hate finishing paintings. Like, luckily, I don't have to worry about picking what's next. It's not like ugh, now I gotta pick what's next because I don't know what's next. At least it's not that. Because we already know what's next. My big jungle theme. Oh, I picked one of these up upside down. So yeah, I wonder how long it's going to take me to do the big jungle theme. I was timing them for a while there, and then like I forgot about using the timer, and that's kind of how I do everything. I will, you know, like log meals and then stop logging meals. I'll log my medicine and stop logging my medicine. That's the way I am with everything. Like, I got overwhelmed with logging the paintings, and I'm still trying to log the paintings, but like, I took a break in there, and I'm tempted to redo it all just because I'm so far behind, but then, like, that means you're even more far behind by redoing it all, but, like, that's just how my brain works. It's like, well, let's just scrap everything and do it over again. No, let's not. I'd basically do the exact same thing all over again, and no, just update it. At least with those, I can update them with, like, logging medicine or logging events or times or anything like that. If you forget it, like, you're missing that data and you can't just go get that data again. So that part makes me definitely have to restart, because I don't like having a hole in it, because then it looks like there wasn't anything there, but there was something there. I just didn't remember to track it, so then I'll just, like, quit doing it and then try to do it again, and then that will happen again, and yep. I'm not good at sticking to something. Oops. Come on. Ugh. Apparently I'm pushing this drill all the way across my canvas. Not the type of stick I care for, but it's good enough. The drills stay on it, so it is what it is, right? Let's see. Only half an hour in. Not bad. So... I don't know exactly what I want to talk about. Like, I never know what I want to talk about, though. It's just, I've said random shit, and that's because random shit came to my head. I never go in with an idea or a thought, and if I were, then it would be even worse, because I'd try to focus on it, and then that would make me forget everything that I was actually trying to focus on, and I would draw a complete blank and get annoyed with it, and then be stuck there trying to remember what was forgotten and not being able to remember it, and therefore not being able to think of anything else that I want to put in. So that's why I don't try to talk with a subject in mind, because it doesn't work. So it looks like we have one number left. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just finish the number one out of here. Because why not? Which is kind of funny, because I've worked on numbers in backwards order. I did symbols, and then I went to letters, and I worked in backwards order with all the letters. Fun. And I am going to be lazy, which again is more work, and just use my two-placer to place all of this, even though I can definitely use a larger placer on a few of these. So, and if you're curious why the music, it's music that, like, I've listened to on and off here and there for a while. There's a lot of random music that I will listen to and then, like, not listen to and then, like, listen to or something, and some of it's just, like, a mood related or a time related or something like that, but, like, yeah, this is something else that is, to me, decent background music. Or decent music to listen to if you're doing certain things or not doing certain things. I don't know how to word that. Like, to me, music kind of has to go along with something sometimes. Like, there's some music that I just wouldn't listen to unless I was doing a specific thing. So, like, if I was playing a game, I wouldn't listen to this music because it would distract me from the game, or the game would distract me from it, or it would just, like, my brain overload. No thank you. So, stuff like that. There's some things like that I won't listen to certain music for certain things. Another one, like, if I'm trying to sleep to music or something like that, I won't listen to music I like to listen to, because then I will listen, or that's kind of putting it a little wrong. Like, I'd say rock is probably one of the main things I listen to, is like oldies, old rock, whatever. And I will not listen to that while I'm trying to sleep, because I will just be listening to the song instead of going to sleep. But I will listen to something like this because I don't understand the words that are being said. Or I will listen to Asian music because even if there is words, I don't understand the words that are being said. So I can't focus on that. So all I have is a beat and a rhythm. And that's easier to fall asleep to because I can't actually get caught up in it as easily. So, yeah. I'm weird. Nice to meet you guys. Say, hi, my name's Weird. Nice to meet you guys. Aren't we all, though? Just in our own ways. So some of you may find that very weird. Some of you guys might agree with that. I'm doing, like I said, and avoiding the mass set, which sometimes I get out of the way first because there is the most of it, so put my hand there, get it out of the way. But right now I am avoiding it like the plague. Oh, this looks like it is an AB. All right. And yes, I still have a cat laying on my leg. Say, for anybody that wants the random cat update, yep, he's still there. Don't know if anybody cares about the random cat update, but yep. And during my stash videos, I think he was pretty much there the whole time too. And apparently the stick is too good. You see this? I gotta get less. And that's why some people don't like glue dots. And that's what I like about them. I just need to work with it a little bit more. Still too sticky. Or you can just say the canvas isn't sticky enough. If the canvas was stickier, then it would just take it off with the tool. But yeah, that was a fight, and the stick on the glue dot won. And now it's working nicely, see? Just gotta de-stickify it a little bit. Once you get it at the right stick level, it'll work for quite a while without issues. Although I am having an issue because, like I said, I didn't put the glue dot in correctly, so it's rolling up. So I only got, I got less drills than I expected to get. Okay, but I think I'm done with this, and I'm gonna go down to the next placer. And yes, I step down placers. I know many people don't. It's kind of a me thing, apparently. But it's what I seem to like to do. And then once I step down, sometimes I'll step back up, but normally I will just use that and then use even smaller placers to fill in the blanks if need be, because I don't want to re-grab another pen afterwards type thing. Once I put the pen down, I kind of want to go to the next pen that I'm on and stay there. So we're doing this. And decent. After this, I really want to edit a video today, so we'll see if I get that done. I don't need to. I have videos scheduled to come out, like at least stash videos scheduled to come out, so I don't need to, but I do have multiple videos already recorded to edit, and I have multiple videos I recorded today. Well, this will be multiple. Or what is your definition of multiple? Because this is the third video I've recorded today. I've had this discussion with somebody else about, like, what is a multiple, what is a few, and what is a couple. Because I think actually theirs was that a couple is two, and that's a couple. A couple is two, period. Done. And it's like, well, technically a couple is two or more. And it's like, no, that's a, you know, like a few is two, and a couple is, and so we had this little conversation about that. So I, like, actually had to Google it, and it's like, no, I'm right. A few, a couple, it's two or more. And they refuse to look at it that way. It's like, nah, it's two. It's not two or more. So, I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know. Stuff changes. Stuff changes with time. Like, I remember originally with chat and stuff like that, when people put LOL, it was lots of love. Now LOL is laugh out loud. And if you were to put LOL as lots of love, then yep, nope, it doesn't work that way anymore, right? And then you had the whole gay was happy, but then, like, gay is, oh, they like the same gender or whatever, and then it's like good thing, bad thing, like, whatever. Just like the whole eggs are good for you, eggs are bad for you, eggs are good for you, eggs are bad for you, that, like, you hear all the time. So, some things change. Some things don't seem to change. Other things change. And the meanings change. And the old meaning gets lost. Because I don't think you really hear anybody anymore say something about people having a gay time or something like that. Maybe a jolly time? Fun time, happy time, but, like, yeah, I don't think you call it gay anymore. At all. Ever. Just like LOL's not lots of love anymore. Ever. Right? As far as I know, those two ways of using those words are gone. So, that's fun. And I wonder if you were to look them up right now, if you would still see old definitions and new definitions, or just new definitions. Not enough to stop diamond painting and look it up, but I am curious. And what did I do with my drills? Oh, they're hiding under the keyboard tray here. Gotcha. Ow. I might have to stop at this color, actually, because apparently my wrist is starting to hurt worse again. So, this might be the last color. Probably the last color I do with you guys either way, but it might be the actual last color I work on right now, and I might put the painting back away, and then hopefully I grab it out sooner than later. And I say that a little aggressively because, me, listen and finish your painting. Sometimes you gotta kick yourself in the ass a little bit. At least if you're me, sometimes you gotta kick yourself in the ass a little bit to get yourself to do what you want yourself to do. It's like, I've watched this one YouTuber, and they made this comment about, Are we fixing this? Are we sorting this? Are we doing this? Or is that future us's problem? And it's like, that's future us's problem. And then they have to go do it, and they're like, why did we leave this till now? Because it was future us's problem, and apparently we hate our future selves. So, like, Tita has that whole saying about do one thing, that the future you will thank you for and stuff like that. Well, I've heard the other side where, it's future you's problem, and then it's now future you's time, and future you is like, why didn't we do this before? Because it was future us's problem. At that time, we didn't care. Leave it for future us. Now future us doesn't like us because we left it. I think everybody's done that with something, though. You just don't feel like doing it right then, and even if it was just best to do it right then, it's like, I'll deal with it later, and then later you're like, why did I leave this like that? Like, one of the ones I can definitely use as an example is clothes. I'll wash clothes and dry clothes, and I'll take it out of the dryer and just lay it in a pile, and it's like, why did I not just take the extra few minutes to stand there and fold it as I was pulling it out of the dryer, or right after I pulled it all out of the dryer? Why did I decide to leave that for later? And then sometimes, like, I'll just lay it on the bed like that, and then it's like, to go to bed, I either have to fold it or I have to move it out of the way. And then if I move it out of the way, am I going to fold it, or is it going to go back in the wash because it's sat out of the way too long? Like, and saying, we'll worry about it later. Like, later will bite you in the ass eventually. At least normally it will bite you in the ass eventually. Sometimes you can get away with it. It's a problem for later and we'll deal with it later, but normally it doesn't work out where you can just deal with it. It works out where it's going to be a problem. At least an annoyance. So. And the random cat update, because I don't know, I decided I was doing it. Still sleeping on my leg. Fully asleep. Just laying there, and the dog's laying next to him. Which, like I said, I think this is going to be the last one I work on, but then, like, I would have to move the cat. And does anybody else hate moving their cats? It's like, but I don't want to ask him to move. He's comfy. He looks cute. But to put the painting away, I have to get up. Which, to get up, he would have to get up because he's laying on me. But he's cute there, so I don't want to disturb him. Do any of you guys have issues with disturbing your cute sleeping animals? Especially cats, in my opinion, for some reason. I'm way more prone to tell my dog to move or get up than I am my cat. I don't know why. Maybe because the dog laying on you actually starts hurting after a while, and therefore it's like, okay, I really gotta move, even if I want to disturb you or not. I need to move. Or like you want to sit down on the couch and they're in your seat, and it's like, either you have to move or I can't sit down. Whereas if the cat's sitting on the couch, it's like, I can try to sit around the cat. Again, at least for me. Although sometimes they're cute and it's like, screw it, I'll let them sit on the couch and I'll just sit on the floor and do something else, or I'll just go do something else. But other times it's like, nope, you're in my way, I need you out of my way. I mean, some of them are better than others. Like my one girl, the second she hears you walking towards the couch, she jumps up off your seat and moves over to the other seat. She's like, oh, I'm out of your way. You can have your seat back. Almost like she's scared that she'll be in trouble for being caught there. Don't know why. Sometimes it's like, stay. No, stay. I was going to let you just lay behind me. Why'd you have to move? I've literally had the problem with her moving when I was like, you could have just stayed. I was just going to sit in front of you. But nope, she has to jump up and get out of your way. So, yeah, I want that to be the last color, but the cat's laying on me and I don't want to disturb him. Yeah? Okay, we're doing another color. The cat has decided by not moving. So, for the, I think, first time ever, last night, couldn't come up with a decision, so I decided to ask the Echo. Do any of you guys have the wake up word as Echo? We don't, so, sorry if you do. I ended up asking it to flip a coin for me, because I couldn't decide. And, like, I've used programs on the computer to do stuff like that, and, like, I sat there and not decided, and, like, texted Mom and asked her to help me decide or something like that, but, like, last night I think was the first time I ever asked Echo to flip a coin for me. And I do think Echo is a changeable wake-up word you can use for it, so, like, I'm sorry if it's a wake-up word for yours. I stuck with the default name. However, I think there's like 5 acceptable wake-up words, and I think that is one of them. I know another one that's like, why would you guys would ever use, but like computer, I think is another one, and it's like, why would you ever do that? Like, at least me, I talk about using my computer too often. Like, that would be horrible. So, I don't remember what they all are, and I don't know if they've changed or if they've added to it or not. Like, I've had the Echo for a while. I kind of feel like the Google might be a bit better, honestly, but the Echo has better audio quality. However, I think they're all kind of crappy. So many times they hear what they shouldn't and don't hear what they should, or yeah, just they are not developed enough yet. They're trying and failing, but another part of it, I think, is that we have kind of become okay with errors in electronic stuff. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, it's a glitch, it happens. And therefore, people don't have to fix it as much. And that didn't used to be the case. Like, I mean, like, I used to play more video games, and when video games had glitches in the past, it was like, oh, this needs to be fixed, like, now, or, like, this is a fun one that we can, you know, use, but it doesn't hurt the game in any way, shape, or form. Now, it's like, oh, yeah, that's a glitch in the game, we know about it, or they know about it, or that's been a glitch in the game the whole time, they never fixed it, and it just sits like that, just like, everybody just kind of agrees to ignore the fact that it exists. And some of them are honestly, like, bad game-altering glitches where you, like, have to reload your game because, oh, you get to this certain area and you fall through a floor, but, like, no, they don't fix it right away, or they don't fix it ever, but yeah, it's just something that's there. It's just something that happens, and no, the dev didn't mean for it to happen, but it just is how it goes, and it's like, we shouldn't accept that. Why do we accept that, oh, the game just has that glitch, yep, that just works like that sometimes? Like, why do we accept that? And of course, it's not just games, like I said, like the Echo doing its thing the way it does, or Google, or any of these other, like, electronics. Seems like they all have a glitch, just like how they're all built to be thrown away and not fixed anymore. Like, old electronics, you had screws, you could open them and you could actually see all the electronics, and you could get parts to fix pieces or anything else. And now it's like, no, this case is like permanently locked together once they got done building it at the factory, so no, you can't open it to fix anything in it. If it's broken, it's garbage. So we just kind of became okay with stuff being replaceable instead of fixable. So we're just, yeah, it glitches. That's just how it works. It's like, that shouldn't be how it works. If you bought a product, if it, like, was literally sold, they should have fixed that. I mean, with games, they have things called early access, beta, and alpha access and stuff where you know the games are going to have issues because they are still working on them. They're not releasing them fully yet. It's like, this has errors. You are going into this knowing it and trying to find them so I can fix them. And, you know, stuff like that, okay. If you're going to release something with that specific of, this is just a prototype with errors and you're buying it knowing you're buying a prototype with errors and like we will be fixing it, cool. But that's not how they released any of these AI things, which are not very intelligent. But then again, how intelligent would you want it to be before it's too intelligent? That's like the whole other fun to electronic things like that, right? But yeah, it's a little annoying when they can literally sometimes understand you asking them to turn a light on or pause a video or something like that through a cough or a sneeze, but then you ask them to do so in a normal voice and they say something completely different or they don't listen. It like, how can you understand the garbly I just said, but you can't understand it when I'm saying it clearly to you? And why am I going into that rant? Because I am, right? Like, there is no real reason for it. I started it by talking about using it to flip a coin. And that just went from one thing to another thing, which went to another thing, and there we are. So, either way, I only have one letter after this letter, so I might actually just finish the letters off, because the cat's still sleeping there. Yep, that's your cat update. Oh. Why? I don't know why. Why I start doing cat update? Cats get comfy and they don't move for hours, right? Don't you wish you could get, like, as comfy as an animal gets comfy? Because, like, oh, ouch, careful. Sorry. You okay? I'm sorry. The cat got disturbed by the dog flipping over. The dog flipped over and kicked the cat. And the cat jumped up and the nails kind of went in my leg and the cat looked over at the dog like, what the hell? And the dog's just asleep on its back now. And so the cat's like, oh, okay, well, and started laying on my leg again. But yeah, I got a few nails in my leg for it. And the dog's now flipped over, laying on his back, asleep still. Now he's kicking my arm because I put my arm in the way of him kicking the cat. But what I was saying before that happened is, wouldn't you love if you could sleep like a dog or a cat does? Like, some of those positions they lay in, it's like, how is that not killing you? How are you still asleep? How are you okay? Like, your head is bent into your side, which is flipped upside down, and your legs are jetting out in positions that look broken, and like, how? Like, wouldn't it be nice if you could just sleep like them? Like, you sleep on a pillow that's slightly too high, and you're like, oh, my neck is not happy, and your neck's not happy for like the rest of the day. Just from sleeping on a pillow that's a little bit too tall. But no, a dog could literally sleep with its head turned sideways, flopped under its side, and it's fine. It does that multiple times. It doesn't learn. It doesn't change its ways. So don't you wish you could sleep like an animal does? Just like, whatever place you're in is cool. That's a good place. And whatever position you're in, that's a good position. Because I don't know how that works, but it is kind of fun seeing some of those like YouTube videos or stuff people put up of, I think my animal's broken or something like that, and they'll show you, like, the weird ways they're laying, and some of those you literally have to stare at the picture and, like, try to figure out, how is it laying? Is there only one animal there? How can it even bend in that direction? Like, some of those are very interesting to look at, like, they don't seem possible, and yet the animal seems comfy. Like, one of them, it's, like, easy to see how it's laying there, but it's, like, how is it comfy to lay there? Like, there's a cat laying on a hanger, and it's, like, laying over, like, 3 hangers, and, like, this part of its belly's hanging down, that part of its chest hanging down, or something like that, and it's, like, I don't know how that's comfy, but the cat somehow crawled up on hangers and is just sleeping on the hangers there, and that's comfy for it. Have at it, like, but weirdness? So yeah, if you've never seen those videos, it'd be interesting if you could find them, because you probably find it kind of entertaining. I don't know what title to look up, but like it says stuff like, I think my dog's broken or something like that. And the poor kitty cat got kicked again. You got kicked again, my buddy. Here. Hi. So we repositioned, instead of being laying on my legs, sitting in my lap. So now the dog can kick me, but not kick him. But of course now I'm sitting further back from my canvas and kind of leaning weirdly because he's in my lap, not just laying on my leg. Oh boy. Some of the stuff we do for animals. Or again, if you're me. Maybe some other people wouldn't. Maybe some other people wouldn't. Actually, my mom had a run-in with an asshole that definitely wouldn't. She was taking the dog for a walk, and she had the umbrella for the dog or something, or didn't have the umbrella for the dog, and it started raining, and the dog gets major ear infections. Like, it cannot have a drop of water in its ear. It gets horrible ear infections, and it's not good with the vets, and needs to be tranquilized every time to get its ears dealt with. And so it's a huge hassle that you don't want to deal with. So they don't walk it when it's raining out, or they use an umbrella or something when it's raining out so that they can make sure water doesn't get in its ears. And I guess somebody was talking to her or something about that, and it somehow kind of came up, and idiot dude's thought was he'd put the dog down if the dog couldn't get water in its ears. It's like, you just don't let it outside when it's raining, or don't walk it when it's raining, or you hold an umbrella. Like, that's not a reason to put an animal down. But yeah, so there's definitely people out there that wouldn't do stuff for animals. Me, on the other hand, I think you should. Last letter. But yeah, if you say stuff like that, like, did you even have to say anything? Just keep your mouth shut. I mean, the correct comment, I guess, if you wanted to make any comment, would just be that you personally couldn't handle having an animal that does that because it doesn't fit with your lifestyle. Not, you would kill an animal that had that issue if you had an animal with that issue. And then, like, why would you just, yeah. Yeah, some people, right? People like that don't really deserve animals, do they? I mean, I can understand, like, okay, I can't afford to care for an animal with an issue, and it sucks that I developed an issue. You can't afford to care for it, and you have to rehome it or put it to sleep because the condition is just too expensive that there is no way you could give it a good quality of life, or even if you had the money, it wouldn't still be a good quality of life, or, you know, something. So there's, like, some things where it's like, yeah, I couldn't handle an animal that has this problem, but it's not like you wouldn't say it in that manner. Like, saying it in that manner is obviously getting a point across of it's an expendable object and you don't like broken objects. Let's go back to our broken objects and being okay with broken objects, but an animal is not just a thing. It's as much of a person as another person, so you gotta do what you can do for it, right? Like, but it's kind of ironic how a lot of the laws see an animal as a thing, but at the same time have rules that also seem like they're saying it's not just a thing, but they still call it a thing. It's like if your family member of some sort got injured, right? You could sue for them being injured. You can sue for emotional damage from the stress it causes you and everything else. At least where I live, and I know this is the case in quite a few other places, if your animal gets injured, you can only sue for the cost that you spent on buying the animal. None of the vet work, none of the training, none of the anything, just the cost of original purchase. Can't sue for emotional damage because apparently there is no emotional damage to having your pet injured or killed or anything like that, but there is to having a human. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, so that's saying it's an object, but then you have these other rules in place saying, you know, acting like it's not an object. And, laws are kind of a stupid thing sometimes, aren't they? So, and the cat has left. Got kicked one too many times and moved one too many times. And I will be right back to finish this letter. Finishing this letter. Added another animal to the party. So now I have 2 dogs on the couch with me. Although me getting up off the couch woke up the boy and it looks like he might climb down. Yo-yo animals. Well, I don't know. Do I keep you guys till I get done with this letter, or should I just say that's that there and let y'all go? You guys like long videos or longer videos? Or, like, yeah. Do I want to edit a long video or a longer video? Because I can't put editing this one off too long because, well, the event's over in a few days. A day? Is it just a day left? Ah, crap, if it is, I really should do all of this, but I don't think my wrist will hold up for all of it. And if it does, it'll hate me. So I'm probably going to finish this painting late. I think it's the first one I'll finish late since I started doing the event things, but I might actually finish my painting late. And it's not because it was more difficult or larger than any of the other ones. It's just because I didn't feel like working on it, or because my wrist was bugging me, or, you know, a little bit of everything. Not because I worked on another painting, because I wanted to work on another painting, but I didn't actually work on another painting, so I opened a painting and I wanted to work on it. I opened a lot of paintings I wanted to work on, but I opened one and I was really tempted to start working on it. It's like, I have way too many canvases out. I have, like, all my containers being used already. Like, no, don't start another painting. But sometimes you just want to work on a different painting, I guess. Again, if you're me. I can't speak for other people. Some people don't want to have more than one painting working at a time. Other people don't mind having a few. So, Me personally, sometimes I just want to start a different painting. Right now I have more to do than I would like to have to do, so I really should not start a new one. Oh, well, that video is over. We watched that whole entire video. Oh, audio's too loud. Wow. Well, yeah, I guess it was an hour something, and looks like I've been recording for an hour something. So, we'll try a different one. Get this letter done and then put the canvas up for now, but then I really should pull it down again at some point soon to get it done because of the dates. But again, I'm not going to let a date decide for me because nope, that's just going to make me want to do it even less, so never mind. So yes, I will probably be finishing this late. And you might see this video after it's already technically ended too, because yeah, I didn't realize what date it was already. So I'm going to edit the kit up video and put the kit up video up, so that's at least up before the first. But this will go up after the first, which means the finished video will probably go up after the first. I tried to keep it within, the month, like I did, but it just didn't work out, I guess. Which happens sometimes, because I'm not a good one with deadlines. So, a rough deadline, sure. A deadline, nope. Which is why it's kind of even crazy that I'm doing event thingies, but like, I don't know why I decided to start it, I did, and then now I just have a bunch of ideas that I want to do, so like, we're gonna do it, but everybody that joins me kind of has to know that it's kind of lax and how long it's gonna take, or how often the videos are gonna be posted, or anything else. Like, I'm sorry, I honestly sometimes feel bad that I haven't posted the pictures that you guys sent me yet, or anything like that, and it's like, I know they're still there, I didn't forget about them, but like, it just not where my mind is right now. So sometimes I do feel bad about it, but it's just like, I guess going into this, you have to know that that's just how it works with me. If you want like actual deadlines and actual schedules and stuff like that, I'm not really the person for it. Like, once I get my mind set on something, then it's set on something, but sometimes it doesn't have any interest in being there. We will get there. But sometimes stupid, easy, simple tasks that should take me a day takes me a few months to get to do, even though it does only take me a day, if that, to do once I start doing it. But getting up the motivation to do it or feeling willing to do it sometimes takes forever. Like building the dog cot. I don't want to know how long ago I bought the material for that. I don't want to know how long the material sat there before I did it. But then I randomly decided to do it and got it done. It didn't work out quite right, and then a few days later I did the other one, and it seems to be okay now. So like, yeah, not great, but if it's something I can put off, sometimes I put it off because it's not necessary at that point. And don't have desire to do it, it's not necessary, cool, I'll deal with it later. Even if I want to have it done, I just don't have any interest in doing it right then. It will get set aside if it's not something that's necessary. So that's what happened with the dog cot. It was like they might like laying on this, they might not use it at all, but I'd like to build it and see if they'll use it. But, you know, it's not necessary. They don't need it, so it just kind of sat aside till it popped back in my head of, oh, hey, yeah, I finally have the material that I wanted for that. I've had it for a while, and now I want to do it again, and I have the ability to, so let's do it. But, like, everything had to line up. I had to have the stuff, and then have the want, and have the time, and everything had to line up right. And sometimes those stars just don't magically align like that, but with me it always seems like I'm waiting for the stars to perfectly align to tell me it's time to do something. Okay. So I got one letter here left that I missed, and then that will be all the letters. This video is over an hour, which therefore means it's fine as a video. Like, again, I have decided if I do a WIP and chat and it ends up being a few minutes and that's all I can record, and I feel like putting it up, I'll put it up, because screw it, it doesn't matter. But like, an hour's a good time, a little under an hour, a little bit over an hour, whatever, good time. So like, it seems like a decent enough video for a WIP and chat to me, and so it just goes to editing it. Although I don't know if I have really much of anything to edit in this one. I think I only got up twice, and not very long either, so. Alright, well, I got all that done, so now that leaves me with 3 things left. I got 3 symbols left to work on. I will probably do this symbol next because it stands out the most to me, and then I got all of this and that, which those 2 symbols are different, but like, those 2 were the ones that I hated working on last time because they are very color blocking patches. I don't mind it as much in here where it's like switching between them, but at the same time they're not the clearest to distinguish from each other. Not that they're hard to distinguish from each other, but it's not like, oh, red, blue. They are like both that black, gray color. So, alrighty. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I am sorry my video is going to be a little bit late on it, but hopefully you guys had fun, or still having fun with your painting, or whatever painting you're working on now, because it doesn't have to be one to go with this event just because you're watching a WIP that I did with a painting for the event. So, I will definitely have more videos for you guys. You guys have a nice day, night, or morning, and hopefully your day, night, morning continues to go well.